Okay, so I'm going to finally, and I mean finally, whoa, wow. I'm going to finally, and I mean finally, change the valve spring that broke in the Charger. I'm going to do both of them in the same cylinder because I'm there, might as well. The thing is, a lot of people told me do all 16. These valve springs are from the late 90s when stuff actually was still relatively well made. And I'm not in the mood to go and test and see if I got a good set of valve springs right now. I'll take the chance with two of them, hoping that I pick the two that are good. Because the motor has 10,000, well, let me rephrase that. The engine has 10,000 miles on it. That's it. That's all this engine has. And I'm sorry, but if you have a car at home that has 100,000 miles on it, are all the valve springs bad? No. This BMW that unfortunately is holding my cover has 250,000 miles on it with the original valve springs. They're still original in there. 250,000 miles. I think I'll be okay leaving the other 14 with 10,000 miles on them, with nothing radical going on in this engine, and just changing out the two. But I'm going to show you the technique of what I did to do this without using a compressor to hold the valves up, because I can't, as cool as my garage is for being tiny, I can't run my compressor and my air conditioning at the same time. They're on the same circuit. Too many amps. It's just a problem. So I'm going to show you everything we need. First, you need some valve springs, and these are the same ones that are in the car. You need a valve spring compressor. I'm only doing two, so I don't really care that it's a hard to twist top one from Harbor Freight. It's the same as everybody else's. Literally, there's no difference. Some forceps, also known as tweezers, to help grab the keepers. Small magnet in case I'm lucky and my keepers are magnetic. I kind of doubt it. Hemostats. I got curved ones, flat ones, long ones to try to grab a pick, a big magnet, and of course assorted. Of course, I also have assorted sockets and wrenches and whatnot to get to there. And the last weird tool we're going to use is string. Yes, these are shoelaces. We're going to use this to hold the cylinder up. Now, comment if you've done this, if you know other techniques besides just blowing air in the cylinder, which I can do. I have a compressor. I just don't want to turn my air conditioning off. But, let me know if what else you've used to hold the valve up when you're changing a valve spring. So comment below. Once again, give it a like if you're kind of enjoying this. What I've done is I've pulled all the plugs from the engine and rotated it to top dead center on number one. The cool thing about a Chrysler small block, because of the firing order, it's 1, 8, 3, 4, 6, 5, 2, 7. Number 6 is at top dead center with number 1, since they're diametrically opposite. Kind of neat. So what you're going to do is take a string, and I have here shoelace, and you shove it in the cylinder when it's at top dead center. Well, when the piston's at the top of the bore, which is what I've done. So let's start putting this in. As you can see, the string goes in, and you just keep pushing and pushing and pushing until you fill the cylinder up. When you're rotating it at number 1 at the top of the bore. And it's just easier to have everything out. I wanted to check the plugs anyway. When I was testing, I tried a different carb, and I think the carb had a problem, and it seemed to have fouled all my plugs. I could change old plugs anyway at this point. But I just wanted to get it, and do the least amount. So let me go ahead and get all the stuff off and then pull the springs out, and we'll show that. So here's the good, bad thing about the Chrysler setup. So the good, bad thing is that, yeah, they're all on a shaft, which is kind of neat. But then you end up taking them all off because they're on a shaft. As you can see, this is the broken one here, and I can't press it down because there's so much shoelace in there. So we need to get this one off first and go from there. And because it's broken, it's making this much, much more fun because it's spinning, because there's nothing. There we go. Here's the keepers. Please, big magnetic. Please, big magnetic. Nope. Oh, yes. It's magnetic, but it doesn't matter because I can't. Everything else is magnetic. So, I would never do 16 with this type of compressor. Oh my God, no. I didn't get it below the lowest run, so I got to do this over again, of course. No, I compressed it, but unfortunately there's still a whole set of springs that are broken on the bottom down there. Of course, because the way it's shattered, yikes. That's one. When you get the first one out, the second one comes out easier, right? Hopefully. There we go. Oops, I pulled the push rod out because I'm not very bright. All right. Seal looks good. Well, yeah, it's nice. You see? It's sitting up high. So here is the shattered valve spring. Absolutely. Yes. Wow. Brand new valve spring. Identical. Still has the helper spring on the inside. Brand new, identical. So let's put this in. All right, so now everything in reverse. Retainer. What a difference with having a normal valve spring on there. Loaded it up on the valve spring compressor. Get it lined up on the cylinder, on the valve spring, on the valve. Start compressing. Get the keepers. Yay! And that one is done. Good God. That was miserable. Literally an absolute miserable. So after much struggle, I got the bad one changed, and I decided I'm just going to cut my losses and do the one bad one, because, like I said, the other ones are from the late 90s, and that's when metallurgy was still pretty good in this country. They've lasted 10,000 miles. I can't imagine them not lasting 90,000 more. This was a freak that this one broke, and I'll just lead it down to that, because I was doing nothing that no one else would do with their car. I was driving on the highway with the air conditioning on. That's all. So we've got it in, and now we got to just put the rockers back on, and I have to adjust that rocker. And this is why I like using Rhodes lifters, and makes things a lot easier. But you know, that I did the highlight of this is to show you that you can use string, keep your cylinder up, and not have to try to force air in it. It can help with the home mechanic. You know, and if you have any comments, please comment on this, because you know that's what this is about. If you got something, just like it. If you want to see more stuff about cars, subscribe. So another great success. Hopefully I'll be able to take this sucker out. I'll get the air conditioning fully charged. That's going to be another video. And we'll take it out. And hopefully when it's not too miserable or raining. And we'll do like you should do. I'm going to take my classic car out, or my other cool cars out, because I'm going to make someone's day, and maybe even your own. And it will be my day, because I enjoy driving my car. I love driving it. It's the best. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you down the road. After